What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. It's your girl Shay back with another lit episode of Let's Be Real. Because that's all we do on this show is just keep it real. And to help me be real with you all today, I got my boy FairPlay 2333 in the building with us. What's going on with your FairPlay?
Nothing too much. Just chilling right now. What's up with you, Shay?
Oh man, I'm chilling, but it looked like you in a theater somewhere. Like you already up there getting money. I'm trying to get like you. Is that like a velvet curtain behind you, my boy? Look like you somewhere in
Nah,
the
just
opera land.
it's just like a little burgundy curtain in the crib. That's it.
Man, your background look real
I
good.
appreciate you having me too. Yeah, I was trying to figure out like, man, what should I sit at? So I'm like, this is a nice little neutral look. So I just sit right here.
Absolutely. It looks nice. It definitely does look nice. So before we get into promoting everything about Fair Play, I definitely want you to tell me what's up with these numbers behind your name, this 2333, because if for me it means like you're entering a most time of a point in your life where you're about to just enter a lot of levels. I don't know if that's what it means, if that's the meaning behind your name, but what is it?
So I'm gonna tell you what's super funny about this. The name is just straightforward. So when I went through a few different transitions in music, but then I had went to Fairplay. Fairplay is like a name I got from when I was young from my grandma. Another story. But eventually, I had jumped over and I was on the internet and I'm like, all right, Fairplay. I'm like, it's too many different Fairplays when you search it, so it's falling through the mix. So then I was like, man, what can I add to it? And then out west, I grew up in St. Stephen. One of the places I grew up was St. Stephen's, but that's one of the places I was probably at for the longest as
Okay.
far as like young years or whatever. So I was just like, all right, I'm gonna do 2333 because that's kind of like, how people say, never forget where you came from type stuff. So
Absolutely.
I think that was kind of not think that's just kind of homage to that, but
Hmm.
also just helping with the search SEO. You feel me?
Absolutely. So I'm glad because that's what I thought it was. I'm like, okay, fair
Oh, but
play.
look, the
Go
other
ahead.
part, my bad. So when you talk about the numbers, one time I can't even remember where it came from, but they was like, "Yo, you should look up what 2333 mean, and then you should
Hmm.
look up what 333 mean." And it was
Uh-huh.
like, "Oh man, it's like them like divine numbers or something." And it's so crazy because I know that's like the end goal of everything, what that's supposed to mean. So I'm just like, man, everything really line up, even what fair play means. You know what I'm saying? Just
Absolutely.
on the root level, it all line up. But you right
Absolutely.
with the number thing.
Yeah, a lot of people don't be into stuff like that, and it's not to even just switch gears, but I think astrology signs, I think when you see anything, you should Google it and mean it because everything has a meaning to it, whether if it's good or it's bad. So when I did see the 2333, I'm like, oh, okay, he got some type of preparation going on for his life. He about to enter this stage to where he about to take off. Because for me, 2021 was the warm up, 2022 is my come up. I don't know what if that's how you feel,
Right.
but but definitely, I definitely appreciate you taking the time out to stop by. Let's be real and chop it up. So we definitely gonna get
Man, I
into it.
appreciate you having me for
You
real.
got so much stuff going on with you. Tell the viewers and the listeners. We first is going to break it down with this Linktree website, and I just
Okay.
want to congratulate you on the website because a lot of people right now to today they will brand themselves or they will have a business, but it's like where is the website to actually back you up or even just have some type. A website is still like a resume. It breaks it
Right.
down to what it is that your services that you do have available. So we definitely going to look at your website over to Linktree, but you can feel free to walk me through this Linktree
All right,
because
I
you got
will.
so much. Definitely
Yeah.
tell me about it. I'm all for it.
Okay, so um
The Linktree.
basically,
We're
okay,
gonna start off with I think the first line you have up here is something about what the streets mean to you. No, the city is mine.
yeah, the city is mine. So literally, that was just an EP I put out this year, and I think I put it. Dang, I can't remember the day I put it out, but it's probably been on like a month now, right?
Okay.
So what I basically wanted to do was I had another project because last year I put out a project for my daughter called Dear Leah, and
Oh,
this year I was gonna put out another one, but I was like I didn't want to rush it. So what I ended up doing was like, you know what, I want to put something out because the last thing I put out was a mixtape called No Time to Play Fair 2. So I'm
okay.
just like, you know what, I got to do something. So I just decided to put that out, and it's kind of like, okay, so I got two singles on there. I got Split It Up, and then I got Voyage. So Split It Up is featuring 290 Leak, and then Voyage is featuring Gilly the Kid and 290 Row. So I just
Okay.
wanted to get those songs out, and then I got another song on there called Never Forget Us, which is featuring 7 p.m. and Residue Reed, and then what is the other song name? Oh, I got one called 30 Shots featuring Cadillac Cam and Castro.
Okay, so
And
you dropping hits back to back like that with different rap artists. I just want to ask you though, because I did hear that you say that you put a song, you wrote one for your daughter. And so that's very touching to me. You know, I'm a mother of children, you know, and I just feel like to hear men speak about their kids is it just melts my
if
heart
so,
because
look, if you scroll down, you will actually see it. Scroll down a little bit, and you should run into it.
and it's called Dear Leah, the mixtape.
Yeah, it should be in there. It's small on my. I think it's that second one.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, that's it.
Is this one?
Yeah, that's what's playing.
Okay. So it's Dear Leah.
Yeah,
Okay, let's see.
I gotta pave it.
Okay.
Uncles bagging packs on Sunday while Granny at church. I'm acting up in school while Granny at work. I
I
don't even know
don't
where the
even know
time
where the
went. I'm
time went.
looking back and I
Okay.
think about the time spent fucking up, hitting licks, doing bad shit.
Huh.
Never got caught. That's God's gift. Got a friend doing life for the same shit.
Period.
I wouldn't lie if I could, wouldn't switch places. Every man got a
Got a
journey.
journey, and you gotta face it.
Okay, period. Just like that. And we dropped the beat so you could hear that line. Say that line again, fair play.
I said every man got a journey, and they gotta face it.
You gotta face it. You gotta face it. But I did see you make a status on Facebook, and your status was you should love your kids like whoever you love the most. Good morning. Can you just elaborate with me more on that? Because and the reason why I say elaborate more is because you have people nowadays, their relationships matter to them more than their children. You know, they care, they giving their attention more to their spouse than these kids, and they're our future. So what do you mean when you say love your child just as much as you loving the person you're with?
I literally meant exactly what you just said, but I wanted to say it in a nice way. I wanted to say it in a way where, because sometimes if you say it in a way where a person feel like they being offended, or like if a
Mhm.
woman feel like you bashing them, or if
Yeah,
guys feel like you throwing them on a bus, they won't hit a message. So I
yeah,
just kind of put it out there general so people can digest it. But I do see that a lot, man. I see a lot of people that put way more energy into other people than they put into their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, it'd be a
absolutely.
lot of people they'll get into a relationship, and then they kid be like an afterthought in their mind. Like they don't really be caring no more. It just be like, yo, whatever. Like for the woman, it'd be like, yo, whatever this man say going, this is what's going. I'm gonna chase him around. Like
Hmm.
whatever he doing upset me. I seen so many countless people just
Man,
like crash out trying to chase somebody else when it's just like, and then what end up happening either from the man or the woman perspective, like you don't spend to try to put that effort into your child, and then your child end up being somebody else's problem, because
or
they not
rebellious.
being raised, they seeing a lot of dysfunction and stuff like that, and so then you get to the point where you saying, oh, I don't know what to do with them. That's because you didn't put the effort in when you should have been putting the effort in.
Absolutely. And you hit that on a nail, you know, and I definitely want to say that because I have seen a lot of men do it to children too, to where they would be cool to, you know, check on their children all day. And then the moment they get with someone that they consider fun, they don't see no reason to still be this straight, narrow parent because now they're just so, you know, they distracted and it does happen. So have you ever just seen any men become distant from their children with the distraction or the relationships that they are putting themselves into?
Nah, I have not. I honestly haven't seen it. Like all of my friends, and I got a few immediate friends. I got a bunch of associates and people I know, but my all my close friends, they all take care of their kids. They all very active in their kids' life. So I
That's
just
what's up.
don't relate to it. Now, one thing I will say, and I don't want to say it like I'm giving nobody a out or I'm copping a plea, but I think anybody that you love, like whether it's a child or a person, you think, matter of fact, just think of it like when you deal with a person, you get love for a person from being with them, from understanding them, from talking to
Mhm.
them, right? So that's the
Absolutely.
same thing with a child. So I really can't. I ain't trying to shoot nobody no bail, but I know sometimes when you look at it from a male perspective, right? Let's
Mm-hmm.
just say if the child is born and the male and the mother going through a couple of situations where the man not allowed to see the child like he's supposed to, whatever the reason may be, you don't even got to
Mm-hmm.
point blame. But let's just say he don't get to see him. So as that time and distance grow between the child, just like a woman might have insecurities or the child might
Uh-huh.
have insecurities, the man can grow insecurities too. Man, do the child like me? Like the child go
Yeah.
through different phases where his looks change. You might look at the
Yeah.
child and be like, man, that child don't even look like me. That child might not be this. That child might not be that. So by not whatever the conflict is between both of y'all, by you
Mm-hmm.
not being able to see that
Resolve.
child
Yeah.
day in and day out, the child gets to like 2 or 3. You don't really know the child. So if you don't
Yeah.
really know the child and you still going through stress with the mother, it's easy to just walk away from that situation because the people might be like, how can you just walk away from something you birthed? But you birthed it, but you don't really know it. And that can go both
Absolutely.
ways.
Yeah. So, and things like that happen and then stuff gets splitted up. So we're gonna jump into the next video because that's kind of crazy because we just was talking about how things can go, with navigating with trying to co-parent with children and things like that. A lot of stuff can separate and split up. But you yourself dropped a single called Split It Up. And I like it.
Yeah.
I think the hook is very catchy. So we definitely gonna get into that, just to switch a little gears because things do get heated when you come into these baby daddies and baby mama situations, but don't let none get split up unless you're talking like fair play. We talking about splitting up money. Then it's okay to split the money. Is it cool to split the money? Fair play.
Always.
How many times you can split the money up? But it don't matter. Just split it up.
As many ways. I feel like if you got anybody who directly helped you affect to be where you at or where you trying to go, I feel like they deserve a piece of whatever you trying to do or wherever you get. It's only right, you
Absolutely.
know?
Get them some chop. Don't be stingy. Share with your people who helped you get to where you're going. You ain't do it by yourself. You ain't
Yeah.
do it by yourself.
No, that's always a misnomer where people be saying that too. Where people be like, "Oh
Absolutely.
man, I'm self-made. I did it by myself." You never truly do it by yourself. Like
It's always
if
a
you in
team
a
somewhere.
if you recording, the engineer pressing record. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? If you shooting a music video, the director gotta shoot it. If you need an
Absolutely.
interview, Shay gotta interview you.
Okay, period. So let's split it up. Let's get into this by fair play. 2333, real quick.
And 290 Leak.
And 290 Lee, absolutely. And that's one of his artists too. So even though he say he ain't looking for new artists, y'all, but if y'all got some music, fair play might just split it up with you. Let's get
Hands
into
hang,
this.
how you gonna tell me to pull them up? Foreign wheels feel like potatoes, I'm pulling up. I just hit a lick on the split and I split it up.
Yeah, I split it up. Yeah, I split it up.
Hands hang, how you gonna tell me to pull them up? Foreign wheels feel like potatoes, I'm
That's
pulling
what's
up.
up.
I just hit a lick on the split and I split it up. Yeah, I split it up. Yeah, I split it up. Yeah, I'm pulling up in the foreign when I'm domestic. Couple shooters, rulers be long as a college lecture. I be trying to tutor, get money, the only lesson. He say you a step on him until he stepless. He be yelling gang, I know I'm the nigga repless. I be Leah gang, play with her, I'm at your necklace. Running up the digits, think calories, treadmill. My homies getting money even though they eating fed meals. I don't make the rules, I know how to bend them.
Oh my gosh, I think I should be a rapper. Y'all look like y'all have so much fun.
I don't wanna got a tenant. I'm the
Nah, it's not
landlord, I'm
fun at all,
collecting
huh?
from the tenant.
You say this is work for me, Shay.
I come from the trenches, keeping tools like it's wrenches. Bodybuilding niggas.
I like it though. I'm ready for that chorus again, because baby, I'm ready to split it up.
Hands hang, how you gonna tell me to pull it up? Foreign wheels feel like potatoes, I'm pulling up.
Yes.
I just hit a lick on the split and
I split it up. Yeah, I split it up. Yeah, I split it up. I love it. I like that one. I'm sorry. Do you hear me though? Because I like that.
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you.
It's very catchy. So give me a little bit background about the splitting up video. How did you definitely come about making this up with that type of name for it?
So look, it's so crazy that so I'm gonna tell the truth about this because
You better.
that 290 Leak is actually my nephew. That's my sister's son, right?
Okay.
So I had flew into Chicago because I'm from Chicago, but I live in Florida now. I come back like once a month, something like
Change is
that.
good. I'm in Houston. I'm from Chicago too, West Side. I ain't
Right.
from where you say the St. Clairs or something.
No. Saints on the west side, Weston and Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm in there and he got a song and I'm just like, I'm trying to write something for him. But when he trying to read it, I'm like, nah, you ain't doing it right. That don't sound right. That don't make sense. So I was like, all right, forget it. We wasting time. I'm like, what have you been working on? So he like, he like, all right, let me let you play this beat. So I set it up. I set up the little studio equipment I got on my laptop and everything in the front room downstairs in my sister's house. So I'm on the computer and I'm like, all right, I want you to spit to me what you got. So I start playing the beat. He started rapping. I look at him. I'm like, boy, you already could rap. Cause it's a long story with that. But anyway, so when I heard it, I was like, dang, you can already do this. So I'm like, all right, that's cool then. So I'm like, all right, we just gonna record your verse. So
Okay.
then he recorded his verse and it didn't have no hook on it. So I was like, man, we need to put a hook on this. So I was just sitting in the front room listening to the beat. Then I put a hook on it and I was just gonna let him do it by himself. Then he hit me up like I think like a week later, like, man, you wanna hop on this song with me? I think it's too
Uh,
short. So I basically just did my verse and it came together and um we did the music video. AFM Visuals do all my music videos around this time. So he real dope on the
Absolutely.
camera.
Well, I guess that comes up with the name and sums it up because shit, y'all split it up. He did one part, you did one part. Either way go, the hook is very catchy. I'm definitely looking to listen to that more. I didn't even know you was on like Apple Podcasts and Spotify and stuff like that. I can also subscribe to support you as well because it's not just no
Yeah.
one-way street. It's a two-way street. I'm looking for support just like you as well. So we definitely
Yeah,
gonna
most
get back
definitely.
over to this link tree because it's not just about writing music. Only do FairPlay do as well. So walking through
Nah,
link tree, you're gonna see this young man does so much and coming right out of Chicago with all the struggles, with all the bad stuff that's going on. They always trying to put our state down like we do not. Like we ain't no go-getters. We get money. That's what this platform is about. Let's Be Real
right.
is a chance to give everyone a voice, to speak facts about people opinions that they have about you. So it's called Let's Be Real. So if you got facts and you think you know something about fair play, that's why he on Let's Be Real. He gonna tell you himself. You don't have to come up with no opinions. We gonna be real with you.
You don't gotta guess, I'll tell you myself.
Okay, just ask the questions, people. So back over to the link tree. We did get to see the song you put out for your daughter Leah, and I'm glad that she do have a supporting father like you that do love and care for her like that. So now as we get back over to the link tree, you can definitely tell me what else is going on for Fair Play when it comes down to your website.
Okay, I mean it ain't pulled up, but I think the next thing that's under there is No Time to Play Fair. So basically, No Time to Play Fair is just like a hood show or a hood movie. So the way I explain it to people, you
Mm-hmm.
think BMF meets Snowfall meets Power meets the trenches of Chicago. Like that's the best way I know how to explain it, so people can get a feel for what it is right away. And
Okay.
it's unique because I use people from all around the city, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody who in there is like a friend of mine or somebody I grew up with. Some people got like minor acting skills, but most of them have none. They just got talent, and I can see the talent in them. So I just try to pull them in. And as of right now, it's 6 episodes out. We're gonna start shooting season 2 in December, and it's a little under like 15,000 total views.
Okay.
We haven't done any promo, just everything word of mouth and just moving it like that.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna
So
turn it into a movie as well.
a lot of people don't get support like that, especially if they're not as popular or they don't have a lot of outlets or resources to people that feel like they want to take an opportunity with them. So when you just said that you see people in there acting and they might don't have experience in it, but you're willing to take a chance with them, give them some type of opportunity to even, just be diverse with themselves. You give them a script, let us see how it go with that. So how does networking go for you? I don't know what's going on. I think it was the internet was crashing, but we're still going to keep it moving. So how does it go for you when it is time to network, when you are doing these movies and these skit writing and you're looking to get people to do these roles? How do you network?
I look for talent, and I also look past the person. I look for
Okay.
what I actually see in them. because
Okay.
it's a lot of people that didn't even know that they wanted to act, you know what I'm saying, or
Oh,
didn't even know that they can do this. And to be honest, it's a lot of characters in the hood. You know, growing up, I was
yep.
a character, like
Yep.
always talkative, always moving too much, always doing too much. So it was
Yep.
like sometimes you just when you look, especially when you look at the hood, sometimes a lot of people, when you look at it, right, you
Mm-hmm.
might say a person might be like, all right, I see everybody playing basketball, I see everybody rapping, and you know the negative stuff, so that ain't got to be said. But
Yep.
they gravitate to one of those few things, right? But
Absolutely.
then you might see somebody from your hood that start acting or they start writing scripts, and
Mm-hmm.
then like you might be like, oh man, I could be a director, I could be an actor, and then you start thinking about possibly adding that to your script, and then
Absolutely.
you see yourself doing it, then you like, you know what, man, I was actually better at that than I thought, man, I could really do it. So then it just started expanding your mind, and I think
Yeah.
that's one of the most important things that it do. When you bring those type of opportunities back to your community, it allow the people to expand their mind and stop thinking like, oh, I gotta do one of these three things or I'm not gonna make it out. And then they
Yeah.
may not want to act, but it expanded their mind to be like, man, maybe I could model us. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of
Yep.
little options that they could be into, but they just not getting up to. You feel me?
Absolutely. Yeah, it be like that. But I'm glad that you are someone that will still, take the time and the opportunity to work with some people like that, because I started off with my daughter in the acting, and it was pretty much like, trying to get her agencies or agent and things like that. And if you wasn't someone who really got history or done work with famous people like that, they don't really take chances with you. You would just only be a background worker. So
No, that's true. That's true. But you know what? My whole motto is just like, so I got this post on my Instagram. If y'all scroll down, and it talk about creators create, which is something that actually the director of No Time to Play Fair, Jay Think Ill, he do a lot of camera work for